Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, a little something different. So this isn't one of those clickbait videos that I've made before about why a Revolver is better than a semi-auto or a 45 ACP is better than 9mm. This is something that I get asked quite often actually. People come up to me and they'll be like, hey Johnny, do you really carry a Revolver for a concealed carry? And the answer is yes, I do. And I'm going to give you the reasons why. Stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So let's talk about what gets a lot of people going here. Why I carry a Revolver for a concealed carry. And again, like I said, this isn't a clickbait video about why Revolvers are better than semi-autos or vice versa. This is just why it's better for me. Okay, number one, let's get a few things out of the way. I understand Revolvers are lower capacity, slower reloads, and it's not what most people are carrying, right? Ask anybody, what do you carry? Oh, I got a P365X macro with a 17 round mag and a red dot, or a Glock 43X, same setup, Springfield Hellcat with the comp on it. Okay, I get that. And listen, if I'm going to war, yeah, I want a Glock 19X or a 17 with a 21 round mag, about 6-7 reloads. I want my AR with like 6-7 mags on it, my silencer, right? Weapons of war, I'm bringing not a Revolver, okay? But honestly, to get myself out of most situations, I just don't put myself in that situation, right? Also, I don't think I'm a mark. Okay, if someone's going to come up to me and be like, oh, excuse me, sir, can I ruin your vacation? And yes, no, I'm not. Hey, yeah, nope, thanks, but no thanks, right? I'm not going to fall for your stupid scam. I don't have the time on me, right? Look at the sun. That's what time it is, okay? Also, yeah, I'm sorry that your car ran out of gas and you or your family are in the parking ramp. Guess what? I'm not going out to the parking ramp with you, and I'm not going to give you any money for it, okay? Also, I'm not a small guy. I'm 6 foot, 210 pounds. I think there's easier marks out there than me. I carry myself with confidence, and if someone approaches me and wants something stupid, I don't have a problem telling them to go F themselves. There's easier marks. I'm not the one. That usually gets me out of any trouble that I get into, if there is trouble. I don't have a problem going anywhere, and I usually don't find trouble anywhere, be it a bar, Mall of America, fairs. Trouble doesn't find me. Okay, I kind of lost where I was going here. Anyway, for me, concealed carry isn't about being in some John Wick movie scene gunfight where I'm fighting off 20 guys with tactical reloads. It's just not going to happen, at least not for me. And if it does, then I have really put myself in a bad situation. If something does happen, it's going to happen sudden, it's going to happen up close, and honestly, I'm probably going to use my sock P. It's always right here. Get off me. Stab. Ouch. I'm not the one. Okay? That's going to work just fine. And if it doesn't, then I have a Revolver, okay? And let's look at a couple different Revolvers here. So first of all, the gun is safe, right? A Revolver can't go out of battery, okay? I'm gonna stick it where I can't miss. What Omar's saying in the wire, even at this range, I can't miss. Yeah, when you're standing right there, I'm not gonna miss. If something pops off, I don't need to be a dead-eye shot at 7 yards. No one's going to try to rob me from 21 feet away. Excuse me, sir, can you stop for a second while I rob you? It's not going to happen. And again, I'm not putting myself in sketchy situations. Here's a P365. Gun is empty. No mag. All right, you stick this gun into someone's chest. Nothing's happening. nothing's gonna happen, right? The gun's out of battery. Nothing's gonna happen. Again, revolver, empty, it's gonna go off. Pull the trigger, it doesn't, nothing happens, pull the trigger again. Keep pulling the trigger until it goes bang. Simple. So again, in the context of it, simple, reliable, deliberate shooting, and honestly, comfort, okay? These guys, they're about the same size, but when you put an extended mag in here, it sticks in my belly. This doesn't. This one here, again, empty. Smith & Wesson 340 PD. This one's even smaller and lighter. It's like 11 ounces, empty. Disappears. You can wear it all day. Don't even know it's there. Comfort. And then again, another reason that I carry a revolver over a semi-auto, I do train. I like to shoot my semi-autos at the range. I like to shoot my rifles. I like to shoot my shotgun, even though it's not fun, but I still train on it. And I train with my revolvers. But under stress, a revolver is just mathematically simpler to use than a semi-auto. No safeties, and I understand. Don't get me wrong, I understand. Your Glock doesn't have a safety. My SIG 365, no safety, right? But things can go wrong. You can limp wrist it. If you have a misfire, then you got to do the tap rack, which I do practice also. I don't want to get into that situation. Number one, I don't think I'm, not ever, but 99.99999% of the time, I'm not going to get into a gunfight. Okay, I've been carrying for a long time. I'm a lot older than people think. I'm closer to retirement than you would ever guess, right? So maybe I'm a FUD, I don't know. But listen, I carry a revolver. I'm getting off track again. Let's lock in, focus. So again, no safeties, no magazines, no slags, nothing to worry about. Pull the trigger, goes bang. Pull the trigger, it doesn't go bang, pull the trigger again, goes bang. And again, that's a last-ditch defensive tool. I'm not going out looking to use my firearm. I'm going out looking to have a good time and not get into any trouble. Again, people love to debate reliability. Well, I think most modern firearms are pretty reliable. But again, a revolver is pretty foolproof. No safeties, no magazines, no failure to feed, no limp wristing. Simple. If it's loaded with good quality ammo, you change regularly. You don't leave it in there for 20 years and hope that it still works. And it probably still will. Pull the trigger, it goes bang. And again, one thing that some people might not agree with, but when I only have 5 or 6 rounds, every round matters. So when I'm at the range practicing, and again, I do practice. Instead of having a gym membership, which I probably should have, I have a gun range membership. So I like to go to the gun range and practice. But while I'm at the gun range, those 5 or 6 rounds, I make sure they count. I'm shooting deliberate. I'm not just shooting for accuracy through volume, right? Danny Boy, 4904, talking to you, buddy. I'm just joking. Not really. Anyway, I'm making my shots count. Shooting deliberately, putting on target, and I'm not shooting at range. I'm not shooting at 50 yards. I'm shooting at 5 yards. I don't think there's not a line at my range that's closer than that. Otherwise, I would shoot at 3 yards. And in a defensive shooting situation, I want to hit what I'm actually trying to hit. I'm not trying to hit everybody around me. So again, I'm not throwing 15 rounds and hoping and praying. 1 to 2 rounds, stop the threat, get out of there. I would venture that most of the time, you don't even have to fire a round off. Present your firearm, the threat is done. If someone approaches you and start some trouble with you, and you pull out a gun and they stick around, you've got bigger problems than just some random dude. They are targeting you for a reason. I guess you probably shouldn't have went into debt with them or dated their sister, or I have no idea. But again, if someone's targeting you and you have a gun and they stick around, it's for a reason, not just a random mark that they're trying to make $5, $10, $15 off of. So again, let's talk about the comfort factor. Revolvers, in my opinion, easier to carry, much more comfortable. I can pocket carry a revolver. It has rounded edges. Fix in my pocket, it disappears. Might look like a big wallet, cell phone. With the Mica pocket holster, absolutely disappears. Here's an Alabama Kydex holster, a little bit more secure, but it has a little bit more of an outline also. Here's my Bucks holster, appendix carry with the wing, absolutely disappears. And again, if it's comfortable, I'm more likely to carry it than if it's not comfortable, then I'm going to leave it at home. So I guess I would rather carry a gun. How do I want to say that? Any gun on you is better than any gun left at home. How's that? So get to ask the question, okay, well, why not just carry that micro compact, right? I got my SIG P365, it's got a 17 round mag. Why not just carry that? Does it make more sense? Maybe. More capacity? Absolutely. But sometimes it's not about what's best, it's what you actually feel comfortable using in what you're going to carry. So I have a Staccato C2. It's like a cheat code. 16 rounds, hammer fired, zero recoil, basically. It is literally like a cheat code. Do I carry it? No. It's bulky, it's uncomfortable, and I just don't carry it. Now, again, if I was a cop or armored car driver or armed security somewhere, would I want that? Yeah, that'd be a great gun to carry. Why wouldn't I want that? But I'm not. Just an average, everyday guy. So I carry something that's comfortable, that's going to get me out of trouble if for some reason I get into trouble. And let's talk about another thing that comes up. People ask me, do you have concealed carry insurance? I do. I have USCCA. I feel that it was important to have concealed carry insurance, especially if I'm going to carry every day. It's literally pennies a day, and it gives me peace of mind to know that if I was to ever, God forbid, get into a defensive shooting situation, you're probably going to get arrested and you're probably going to get charged, and the family's going to sue you, and you're going to get in a bunch of legal trouble, especially if you don't live in a 2A friendly state. So I feel very strongly about having concealed carry insurance because a defensive shooting is going to be life-changing. Do I want to protect me and my wife and then I end up going to prison for the rest of my life? No, I don't. And I feel strongly that if I'm doing all the right things, USCCA is going to protect me, they're going to defend me, and when we go to court, I'm going to be represented. And for me, that's just part of responsible carry. And listen, at the end of the day, concealed carry is deeply personal. Skill matters more than gear. You can have the most Gucci'd gun, and if you never practice with it, what good does it do you? And mindset matters more than your gear. If you walk around and you're confident, no one's going to mess with you. Why would they? If I'm a bad guy, I'm looking for an easy mark. I'm looking for someone that's walking around flashing their cash. I can try to pickpocket them. I can try to pick it out of someone's purse. I can just try to lift their purse. Why am I going to approach someone? I carry my wallet in my front pocket. No one's going to pickpocket me. If someone pickpockets me, they're world class. And I'm sorry, you're pickpocketing the wrong guy, because I usually don't even have that much cash on me. So, wow, you showed your skill and you got literally nothing for it. And then again, I carry myself with confidence and I have verbal de-escalation skills where I'm just going to sternly say no. Excuse me, sir. No, you cannot. No, I'm not interested. No, I don't want to talk to you. No, no, I'm not here to talk to random people, right? I get anxiety watching Simon Wilson. If you don't know who he is, look him up on YouTube. Simon Wilson. That guy talks to literally everyone he comes in contact with. And that's the premise of his videos. Solo travels, talks to everyone. His videos are amazing. I love watching him, but man, I get anxiety watching him. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. I'm talking to Miss Deb, and that's it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Comment below. I'm curious, genuinely. What do you guys carry? And more importantly, why do you carry it? All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one.